Oh my god, bro. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go to class in a few minutes. And then Nintendo's like, we're just gonna drop the Switch 2 reveal trailer on y'all. And you know what? I'm not mad at it. I can finally see this damn thing. And bro, I just, like, I'm so happy right now because mainly I don't have to see any more bullcrap articles anymore. Like, literally, the past 2 years, there have been so many articles of people just spewing out random shit people say. I mean, some notable leakers were discussing it, and, you know, some of them were correct, but, you know, a lot of the time people would just make articles about every single rumor, and it's like, oh my god, I'm tired of seeing this. And now we can actually get articles based on confirmed information. I'm happy. And, you know, I definitely want to react to this really quick before I have to go to class, and then when I come back from class, I'm gonna record like a discussion of it. I might just put this all into one big video. I don't know. If it's longer than 2 minutes, then yeah, you'll know I merged the two videos. But anyway, we're gonna react to this real quick. I'm gonna give my brief opinion, and then later on, I will discuss what I see and do a little bit of an analysis here. So, without further ado, let's begin. Oh my god, you know when it starts off like this, it's some deep shit. Oh wait, that's just the Switch 1. Nintendo, quit teasing me, dog. Well, it is a teaser, but okay. Is it gonna merge? Oh my god, it's bigger. It's shedding. Oh my god. There's no more rails, it seems. Okay. Oh, that's where the USB port is now? Okay. That's the new kickstand. That's better, but it still looks kind of flimsy. I don't know. It looks better than the original kickstand, though, at least. Oh, new Joy-Con? They're bigger! Nintendo actually cares about people with big hands now. So they're primarily black, but they have little hints of color on them. I like that. That's pretty sleek, actually. Definitely new thumbsticks. The SR button is huge, actually. I see another button below the home button? What the hell is that? Yes, an actual good thumbstick that won't drift. Well, any stick is susceptible to drift, but those look a lot better. There are Joy-Con straps again, of course, and these are magnetic by the looks of it, which I like better. The rails were fun, but the railing on some Joy-Con are just so bad. That is a pretty looking console. I like that. Okay. So it's just a little teaser real quick. I'm not expecting them to show off too many things. They'll probably tease a game or two, but I'm not expecting... Mario Kart! Well, that... we kind of saw that coming. Whoa! They look kind of different. Huh? Yeah, those are definitely new assets there. What is this? Yeah, that's a... whoa, that is a new Mario Kart. 2025. Still coming this year. Backwards compatible. Okay. Both physical and digital. Certain games may not be supported or fully compatible. That makes sense. And a new direct for the console on April 2nd. Okay. And they're doing experience stuff. Okay, it is coming out later than I initially thought. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So, initial thoughts, it definitely looks cool. I like the new Joy-Con on it. The release date is sometime after April. So I'm gonna assume it's gonna be like a summer launch or something, which I'm fine with. I got time to, you know, save up the funds for it. You know what I mean? I'm a college student, bro. They be robbing us like crazy, but yeah, that's pretty cool actually. So far, I would say that I'm definitely a fan of the Joy-Cons being not rail-based anymore, because I had an issue with one of my Joy-Con in the past where it would easily slide off if I remotely touched it at all. I'm gonna put like a on-screen video of it right now, and yeah, that was certainly something. But my initial reaction, I like what I see. The fact that there's a new Mario Kart as well is pretty cool. I mean, that's to be expected, but it's looking pretty cool. The characters definitely look kind of different though. So yeah, it's pretty sick. So I'm gonna end off the video for now because I gotta get to class, and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do a better discussion of it later. All right, see you guys in a bit. All right, everybody, we're back. Made it back home. It was a bit of a pain because public transit is kind of a pain when it's very snowy and icy outside. I really hate it out there. I damn near fell twice. But anyway, that's besides the point. We're back, and now I'm gonna do a bit of an analysis and a better look at the Switch 2 trailer so we can get a little bit of a better idea of what we're dealing with here, because I had to, you know, rush a reaction early in the morning. So now, let's go ahead and scroll through and see exactly what we're dealing with here. So, love the transition here. Okay. I don't know if that's the side of the... Okay, that's the side of the console. I'm gonna assume that's the Joy-Con piece. I'm guessing that's the part where the dock connects to. That would make a lot of sense. Oh wait, no, that's the kickstand part. I'm an idiot. This is where the dock connects. Power button is on the left side this time around, so that's interesting. Vents, headphone jack, of course. That's the USB-C. Game cartridge slot is in the same area, it seems. The kickstand is quite interesting. I see like a lot of mixed opinions on it. Overall, I do like that it's taking a little bit of inspiration from the OLED models kickstand, because it has like the little parts where you can adjust the angle even further, like this. It does look a bit flimsy though, but it seems better than the OG Switch one at least, so I guess that's fine for tabletop mode, and I do like the fact that you can angle it more differently here. Okay. New Joy-Con, I definitely want to talk about this. Okay, so yeah. There is a new button down here. I heard some people call it like the C button or something. I don't know what that's for. That's interesting. Hold on. Okay, I already talked about this during the initial reaction, but I do like how the Joy-Con look a lot more sleek this time around. The colors pop out a little bit less, but it looks like it's not too overbearing on the eyes, if that makes any sense. Now, I have the neon Switch at home, and, you know, I don't mind the neon Switch, how it actually looks, but it definitely gives off like a more sleeker design. I know a lot of people who had the original gray Nintendo Switch preferred that one over than the super bright styles with a lot of contrasting colors. This one seems a lot more subtle with it, which I think a lot of people might find more appealing. I'm gonna assume there's gonna be more, you know, color variations of it, obviously. Like, I'm not talking about just, like, this part right here, but I'm talking about the entire shell of it. I'm gonna assume they're gonna have, like, full-on red ones at some point. Blue ones, yellow ones, green ones, blah, blah, blah. Probably later down the line, but nevertheless, though, I do like the way the default one looks. I don't mind picking up this one because it looks really good, actually. Okay, yeah. One thing that I really do like, this part seems a lot more exposed outwards, so it's gonna make playing single Joy-Con stuff a lot easier. Now, I played a lot of games single Joy-Con wise whenever I would like take my Switch to public places and just play with my friends or whatever, multiplayer on tabletop mode. Playing with single Joy-Con was kind of a pain sometimes, but it got okay when you had like the little Joy-Con grip thing, because it made like the buttons bigger, like the SL and SR. This looks to be pretty giant by default, which is good. I think it'll probably be about feeling the same as playing single Joy-Con with the grip on. So that's already better. I don't know if people are gonna be still a fan of it, because I could tell the control stick is... Why is that there? Get the hell out of here. I can tell that some people are still not a fan of like the control stick being all the way up near the buttons. That's one thing a lot of people didn't like, and I definitely understand that a lot, actually. But by the looks of it, the sync button is still there. This is going to be the part where it attaches to the console itself, which I think is a lot better than the railing system. I already talked about that earlier. The rails were fun, and I like the little satisfying click that it gave off, but this seems like it's a lot more stable, in my opinion, because my railing issues... I have a couple of Joy-Con actually sitting right in front of me, my pink and green ones, I think. That one that set right there are my defected ones. Even if I put like a little bit of pressure on it, it'll instantly slide off, and I hate that. It really gets annoying, and I cannot play handheld mode with those two Joy-Cons at all. And I primarily play dock, so it doesn't really bother me as much, but Joy-Con are expensive controllers, man. And I genuinely just want to make sure I'm able to, have all my hardware in good condition. And Joy-Con are quite defective controllers, but they kind of got better over the years because I'd never had any problems with the newer Joy-Con that I have. But it's still something that they definitely had to accommodate for. And by the way, if you didn't know, Nintendo does free repairs on drifted Joy-Con. So if you have a Joy-Con that's drifting, at least in the United States, you could send it to them for free, set up a repair thing, and they legally have to fix it for free for you. So if you didn't know that, take advantage of it. Okay, now I stopped there for a long time. The new joystick, it's definitely a newer kind of stick rather than the one that they initially had on the original Joy-Con. Yeah, that definitely looks a lot different, and I'm assuming that it's gonna be made with a stronger, more reliable material because these Joy-Con sticks were just so bad, man. I had issues with drift. I had issues with the stick being stuck in one direction, like actually physically. I had one Joy-Con that literally had the stick forced up for some reason, and it was so bad. But these are promising to be a lot more cooler looking, and I see like the Joy-Con straps are back, so they're gonna have new variants for that. I saw some people make jokes that it's ironic that they're making the Joy-Cons drift in the trailer, like drift across the ground. That's pretty funny. I want to get a better look at these grips. Yeah. Oh, they're like tiny little pieces that, okay, yeah. There's obviously no rail anymore. I forgot about that. I just have to get a better look at them because, I can barely see them. But yeah, they just snap onto the Joy-Con themselves, as to be expected. And it looks so sleek, and I love how the screen is also bigger. Capture button is still there. Still don't know what that button could be. I really don't know. Yeah, that's a pretty console. Like, hold on. Beautiful. And we're not really surprised they called it the Switch 2. They kind of had to because we all know what happened with the last home console before the Switch came. And, even if the Wii U wasn't, well, I kind of like the Wii U for what it tried to do, but yeah, marketing for Wii U was so bad. They have to play it the safe route. They have like no, they don't want to make a risk anymore, and that's completely understandable. And it really looks cool under this lighting that they did here. That's just so pretty, man. Love it. Nintendo Switch 2, that's the logo that got leaked, and yeah, they were correct on that front. Hey, Mario Kart, this is the one we really got to start talking about here. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Okay, so off rip, I saw some people point this out, and I didn't realize till like I was in class, like looking at my phone for a brief second. There are 24 racing slots right here. So there is a possibility that Mario Kart 9, or whatever they end up calling it, might support up to 24 player online, which I think is pretty insane. Like, what the heck? But yeah, now we're gonna do this crazy thing where we analyze everything like I'm a wiki article writer. So, off rip, this is definitely not Mario Kart 8 ported like some people initially thought there was gonna be. This is a brand new entry. I could tell definitely from the brief minute that the models are definitely different, or at least changed a bit. Donkey Kong definitely looks different from what I've seen. We're gonna try and like zoom out a little bit so we can get a better look at who's playable. So I could see Koopa Troopa, I could see Pauline. Is that Wario? Donkey Kong, Daisy, Rosalina. I think that's supposed to be Lakitu, Yoshi, Bowser, Luigi, and Mario. This is definitely a completely new course. I see a bunch of different sponsors here: Mario Motors, Luigi Tires, ticketing. I saw like a Yoshi diner thing as well. Mario Bros Circuit. Oh, Mario Bros Circuit. Mario and Luigi share their own course here. I'm just looking around, y'all. Sorry, I have to. Yeah, the characters are definitely looking a lot different here. I've seen some people comparing them to like the old Super Nintendo art style, which I definitely see now. The characters were like a lot more chonky. Chonky, I really said that. They're definitely the models are definitely a lot more squash and stretch from what I can tell. Bowser definitely looks different. Peach also, there's like differences with a lot of the characters, really. Which I don't mind, personally. I think it makes it a lot more fun. And there's the dock, which I think looks pretty cool. It definitely looks a lot more sleek than the current one. Okay, yeah, this is what I wanted to see. This is a very, 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 very important frame right here, because I know a lot of people were talking about this one. Let's take a look at Donkey Kong here. You can tell they definitely took some new liberties this time around. So instead of the usual DK we see, which is the design that Rare pretty much created, they decided to switch things up. So this is like the Donkey Kong from the Mario movie, as well as like the classic era. And it's like a even mixture of both of them. And there's like a lot of conflicting opinions on it. I've seen some people who are okay with it. I'm okay with it. It's a little bit jarring to me because I didn't expect them to like majorly go with this look. It makes me kind of wonder what Diddy Kong's gonna look like. I don't even know. But yeah, some people are not a fan of this and some people prefer the old one. I'm gonna assume maybe it'll be one of those situations where maybe you can play as the original DK design. Well, this is the OG one, but like I'm gonna believe you can play as like the actual design that we see for the most part. It's kind of weird that they're doing this because you would assume like at Super Nintendo World they have Donkey Kong in that regular design like usually, and then Donkey Kong Country Returns came out today, so it's like, is this gonna be like the new thing going forward with the Switch 2 era, or is it just gonna be like a special little bonus thing? I don't know. I don't really know, but yeah, there's a lot of mixed opinions on DK there. Now we're gonna quit Mario Kart for a second and talk about the Joy-Con grip here. The grip is back, of course. It kind of has to be. It looks nice. I really have to say that this looks so freaking nice. I love the fact that like the little color here is glowing. I don't know if it is or if it's just the lighting, but that's really sleek looking. That's gonna look really good. Now I'm probably gonna use the Pro Controller for majority of it, like I already do now, but that's so nice. I love this. And I'm trying to see again if there's anything else I can tell from this Mario Kart frame. I see Waluigi and Baby Mario, of course. I've seen some other baby characters too, including Baby Rosalina, because she had to come back, but I don't really care either way. I've seen some other people spotting some other characters, but it's kind of hard to tell off rip. I'm gonna assume costumes are probably gonna be a thing in here. One notable thing as well is that Peach seems to be not wearing her biker costume, which is usually what they do whenever she rides a bike in the game. Maybe that biker suit is probably gonna be like a selectable costume? I don't know for sure, but you know, that's definitely a different approach than what they usually do. Some people are pretty upset about it, which I get it. The biker costumes look great, but it is kind of weird seeing her, you know, drive the bike with the dress on, because I don't think they've done that before, have they? I don't know, but yeah, that's definitely a new thing there. I'm gonna assume it's still gonna be there as like a costume or something. Yeah, costumes were like a big thing in Mario Kart Tour, so I'm hoping they like kind of take advantage of it this time around, especially with like Toad, because it's kind of bizarre how colorful toads are not like in the game at all. Like you have Yoshi colors, you have Shy Guy colors, but toads are like the main damn species of the Mario series. Why do you not have colored toads? Well, they kind of do in the mobile games, but yeah. That's a little Yoshi's Diner I've seen earlier, and the boost panels definitely look a lot different. The courses definitely look a lot more wider, but honestly, that could just be me saying stuff. But if there's going to be 24 players available at once, the courses obviously have to be a bit wider. And also, I believe that if there's going to be 24 characters in Mario Kart, this has to be a powerful system, at least powerful than... obviously, it's going to be more powerful than the Switch 1, but one thing I'm really hoping is that we'll eventually be able to like see the specs at some point, because one thing, the major issue with the current Switch is its power. It's outdated. It's a lot of third-party games really are not optimized for the Switch, and a lot of them run pretty weird. I'm talking Nasby 2 is one of them. I love Nasby 2, but goddamn, that game is horrible to play on Switch. It, you know, a lot of third-party ports kind of suffer from not having the best optimization, but I can't really blame them for that. Now, some games it's unexcusable, but also for other certain devs, it's kind of rough because Switch 2, it's not easy for non-Nintendo companies to obviously, you know, make, you know, reasonable things work on the Switch. It's just like not a lot of things are compatible with it very well due to the outdated hardware. And one major thing I'm hoping for this console is that it's able to get third-party games that are actually stable and actually run good, because that's like one of the major things. The Switch has such a good library, but the thing that hinders it is that a lot of the games kind of suffer from it. You know, so if this is going to be a more powerful console, this is the perfect opportunity, because the Switch, I assume it's going to be like the best-selling thing of all time. It kind of already is up there at this point, but like within the next year or two, the Switch is going to be like probably like the #1 best-selling thing. And you know, that's like the perfect opportunity for third-party developers to take advantage of it, get more of their games out there, because Nintendo is a company that, you know, appeals to a lot of people, casual and, you know, hardcore gamers, and being able to have all of those kinds of games on the system would be great. And you know, a lot of people who have a Switch console only really play Nintendo for the most part. So this is like the perfect opportunity for more platforms, or, you know, more games to actually be on this platform. So people who only play Nintendo can actually experience a lot of better games. I didn't mean better games. I just insulted Nintendo right there. I like Nintendo games the most, but still, I play a lot of third-party games, but not everybody does. So if they're able to port a lot of these third-party really good games that have been coming out lately, and maybe it won't be as strong as the other current consoles, but if it's strong enough to at least run a lot of these games, that's great, because more people can be accustomed to these games, and, you know, more of these third-party games can have a lot bigger, you know, player bases, which is a good thing. So, like, it's really a good thing. Coming out 2025, we expect it that much. Backwards compatibility is also a good thing. I'm really happy about that. We all kind of knew that was going to be a thing, but it's good that that's officially, you know, talked about now, because, man, I got a lot of damn Switch games. I really do. You should check my Backloggery account. So many of them, because I buy a lot of them, for one, and secondly, I review a lot of them, because a lot of companies send me some. And, you know, the fact that all the, you know, hard-earned money I've used buying a lot of these games won't go to waste, because I can actually play them on the new console. And if I ever want to give up my original Switch, I can still do that. You know, I can give it to a friend or something and not lose all my shit. So that's a good thing. It does say that certain Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible with Switch 2. I'm gonna assume that's gonna be like a very limited library, so I wouldn't freak out personally. I think all the major games that we all play on the first Switch is gonna work on the second one, obviously, but it's probably gonna be like limited to... I think this is only gonna apply to like peripheral heavy games like the Nintendo Labo. I don't think that's gonna work on Switch 2, but some people are saying like the Ring Fit as well. I think Ring Fit might work because, you know, the Joy-Con wheel thing, not wheel, the Ring-Con, that's still like a wireless controller, so I think that might be fine. But yeah, more peripheral heavy games are probably gonna not be compatible, but I wouldn't be surprised if like those specific games or apps got like newer versions for the Switch 2 at some point. But yeah, Switch 2 will obviously have its own games, but it's still great that, you know, Switch 1 games are still compatible. That's good. Because I have a lot of them. And I think that's about everything. Oh yeah, the Direct's coming out on April 2nd. So we still got a few more months before we could do that. They're also doing like a Switch 2 experience thing, which I will not unfortunately be able to do because they never do this stuff where I live. I don't know why Nintendo hates Missouri. No, I'm kidding. There's a whole reason why a lot of people do. But yeah, that is it for the Switch 2. So we haven't seen too many things because obviously it's just a teaser trailer. They're not going to do that. They're not going to show everything off right away. We're not really going to know anything until April 2nd, which is going to be a bit of a painful wait. But it's still good that we finally get to see the console and at least one game that's going to come, even though we already knew Mario Kart would have become a thing on there. So final thoughts, I definitely think this is going to be great. Based on what I've seen that's new so far, such as like the design and the different liberties they took with a sleek design and the bigger size, most importantly, because I have big hands, and you know, Nintendo expected us to be fine playing with these tiny controllers, and you know, I kind of got used to it, but still, some people have bigger hands than I do, and I know those boys were struggling. So yeah, it's good that, you know, this is a bigger console, and I think this could be a great thing. All I'm really hoping for is that we get more power. I'm not talking about a little notch, but I'm talking like a big upgrade in power, because that's like the main thing that hindered the last console. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm pretty sure there's like 1 million people analyzing this trailer already for like multiple hours at this point. I'm going to do a brief one, so yeah. That's my thoughts on it. I think it looks good so far, though of course I do want to learn more about the specs of it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, because I'm seeing for the most part like positive reactions to this. Of course, some people are kind of skeptical of certain things, which is understandable, and some people are kind of iffy on this Mario Kart and some of the things they did here, especially with DK, because a lot of people are definitely mixed about that design. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up now. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this little discussion thing I did. And bye!
Hey, yo, Oddwin!